Ready?
And a 1, and a 2, and a 1,
One,
2,
two, three.
3, 4.
It's ding dang, it's Sean and Nick, it's Sean and Nick, it's Sean and Nick, ding and dang, Sean and Nick talk about movies.
It really is pretty funny every single time.
Well, it's crowd pleaser, so we're gonna stick with it. Welcome, listeners.
Welcome.
To
one and all.
Episode 4. Is it 4? Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh yeah, because one was a 2-part. So episode 4 of Sean and Nick Talk About Movies.
And we're doing one of my favorite movies. Top 20, I would say. Top 20, top 30.
One of your top 20, really?
Top 30? There's nothing like it.
Okay. All right.
I'm excited because I've been trying to get Sean to watch this movie for fucking years. So I'm excited and already angry at what he's going to say about it. And I haven't talked to him at all since he's seen it. So we're going to try to keep it 30 minutes, but I'm extremely excited and also angry already.
I'll tell you what, I never would have made it through the movie if I didn't have to watch it to talk about it through the podcast.
Fucker. You're such a liar. All right.
It was
we
a
better
chore.
Get going.
It was a chore.
Okay. We better get going, then. So the movie is... Sean?
Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Rings. Or Ring. Is it Fellowship of the Ring or the Ring?
Yeah, Fellowship of the Ring.
Fellowship of the Ring, singular.
Which is an amazing adventure fantasy movie. Nothing like it. It has everything. It's directed perfectly. It's a great time. It's a whole adventure.
Yeah.
While I'm a big fantasy, I do love some good fantasy stuff. Sean, on the other hand, claims he's not a big dragon fantasy boy and stuff, unless they're wizards on Waverly Place.
Hey, I'm Selena Gomez from Wizards of Waverly Place.
Yeah, I hate fantasy. Well,
but
that's not true.
Then Game of Thrones came out, and you were like, "Oh, I love it."
Yeah, well, I was ready for that rebuttal, and I've already come up with the argument.
Yeah, what do you got?
So, Game of Thrones, they took all of the good parts of fantasy and took out all the nerdy stuff.
Yeah, whatever, dude.
It's like the
Wait, what?
I was getting a real phone call. So like
and by the way, we're talking coast to coast right now, pretty much.
Oh yeah.
We usually are in the same house.
Yeah, we're recording it face to face in the same room, but I'm in Los Angeles, doing some promotions for the podcast. I had a young Hollywood party to attend last night, and
well, that was cutting out.
That was because I get a phone call again.
Who the fuck's calling you?
It's Kyle keeps calling me.
Tell Kyle
to text him like, dude, I'm busy.
Yeah. Anyways, continue with your yup party.
So yeah. Anyways, I'm in Los Angeles, so we did watch the movie separately, and not a big fantasy fan. I was saying like, everybody likes Game of Thrones, so obviously they took out all the nerdy stuff and they replaced it with sex and violence.
Yeah,
and now everybody likes it. It's like I thought of this was my first comparison. Like, this is like true fantasy fans would like this movie, but
okay. I love both to death. I've read the books, Game of Thrones. I read the Lord of the Rings books. The movie of Lord of the Rings is like the ultimate start to anything. It's the best fantasy movie ever probably made.
But I'm saying, if you like Game of Thrones, that's like going to like a Chinese food restaurant and getting like orange chicken.
I'll get the fuck out of town.
That's what Game of Thrones is.
Yeah.
That's what Game of
guess.
Thrones is. That's like it's like you think you like fantasy, but really you just like Game of Thrones.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, that's a good. But like, even Lord of the Rings, the movie, The Fellowship of the Rings, is pretty toned down. Like, it's not super fantasy. It's just a good story. It's a fun.
My god, it's
No!
it's every fantasy convention in one movie. I would actually.
Well, it's like he like created He almost like he's like the Godfather of like
It
doing
it was actually annoying, the list of fantasy stuff conventions I saw, which I understand they probably all came from this movie, but
well, they came like from often come from the books, like Tales from Earthsea. We're not going to get into it, but
did this guy make up this whole land, or is he pulling from other shit?
No, he pretty much made up the land, like Middle Earth, and then he also made up the Elven language. He wrote a whole he did like everything.
He made up Middle Earth.
Yeah, and then he even wrote books on like just the like geography of Middle Earth. Like, I mean, he is like, if you read the books are so descriptive about everything that they're horrible to read almost. So don't read the books.
Okay.
This is one instance where I will claim that the movie's better than the book.
Okay, all right. Well, that's fair.
Yeah.
Are we gonna talk about?
Are we just gonna argue the whole time?
Yeah, we just want. I have a whole list of.
Okay, all right.
I have a whole list of things that I did not like about the movie. I mean,
that'll be fun. That'll be fun.
Okay.
But first, you want to give a real quick description of the movie?
I can give a really quick description of the movie.
Yeah, just go ahead. I won't even get it. Just go ahead.
Because I mean, it's pretty simple. Basically,
there's. Okay, go ahead.
I'll give you the rundown. It's basically the same plot as Wizard of Oz, except
wait, what?
Instead of finding ruby slippers, he finds a magic ring, and instead of a witch trying to stop him on his quest, it's a fucking wizard. And that's it. That's the movie.
No, that is not even.
That's
oh my
the movie.
God!
That's the whole movie. He's just going on a quest with a magic ring.
I knew you would see it that way, you fucker. That is not like the. That's whatever. Go.
Okay, he finally.
I
All right, I'll give you a little more. He basically one of these hobbits in Middle Earth, which
I don't even know what's gonna happen.
The Hobbit.
I'm gonna get so mad.
I hate hobbits. I hate them.
Why?
Of them.
They live a very simple, fun life. They just hang out in their holes.
I don't like.
They kind of party.
I don't like how they live. I don't like how
you don't
they
like
look.
the Hobbit life?
No.
Why?
I hate the Shire.
Why do you hate the Shire?
I fucking hate the Shire. I hate the Shire lifestyle. And I especially hate the Shire music.
Okay.
Fucking flutes everywhere.
You know what's going to happen?
Actually, got a little Shire music queued up here.
Oh, wait. Oh, Lord. Oh, my God.
They're frolicking around. Like,
what's going to happen is...
We got some potatoes and some carrot stew to make.
Put some potatoes in the stew.
I fucking hate this shit.
Okay. What's about to happen is this. I'm going to start going so pro Lord of the Rings that even things that I don't like, I'm fucking advocating for it.
What, so you're going to claim that you like the Shire music now?
I'm not only claiming I love the Shire music, I'm also claiming I love the Shire. I love the outdoors. I love the Shire. I love farming.
No.
I love all of it.
No, and I don't like the way that the hobbits...
You don't like the fireworks?
I don't
you don't like Gandalf's fireworks?
Oh, no. That scene really bothered me too right at the beginning. Where they're doing the goofball scene where they set off the fireworks and then they have like the charred faces with their hair blown back and they're like,
give it Sean.
What?
I also watched an hour of it the other night before I took a little nap.
Yeah.
And while I was watching it, I was like, "Oh my god, Sean is gonna fucking hate this movie." I was like,
yeah, I even wrote that down. That was one of the first things I wrote down. Fireworks scene, just like
that's why I
like,
brought it up. I knew
it's
you
the
would hate it
most
so much.
like fucking just like just like goofball like this. Just like,
But what movie? Like, what movie is? What can you compare to that? It's like such an adventure. It's such an adventure.
I mean, I understand that's like a pretty good story, but like,
Yeah, it's fun to watch.
The whole world bothers me that it's set in.
I know you hate elves unless something. You hate
There's
wizards unless they live in
everything.
Waverly Place.
For as much as I like witches, I sure fucking hate wizards.
Dude, that's so funny.
I really do.
We are huge witch fans, but I'm also a fan. I love a good wizard every now and then. Don't get me wrong. I'll take a witch over a wizard any day.
I thought
you know why? It's because wizards are like kind of like goody goodies. You know, I want to do the right thing, this and that.
True, yeah.
And then if they're a bad wizard, they're like bad in the way where like I want power, while witches are like just straight evil and they're cool.
It's old Sonny Baggins here for the Shire Weather Report. It looks like we got sunny skies and 73 degrees. We got winds from the west-southwest from 10 miles per hour. Feels like 73 degrees and 10-mile visibility across the old Shire skies. Yep, we'll be seeing old Gandalf coming from far away. How old is this damn book?
Oh, it's an old boy.
Is it?
Yeah.
Who wrote this? Is this George R.R. Martin write this one too?
J.R. Tolkien actually wrote it, who was very good friends with C.S. Lewis, the writer of... You know the writer who that is? Lion Witch in the Wardrobe.
Oh, I was going to guess The Grapes of Wrath.
Grapes of Wrath and Of Mice and Men. He actually wrote Of Mice and Men as well with Lenny.
And also he also wrote Stay Gold Pony Boy.
What the fuck is that?
The Outsiders.
The Outsiders.
And I believe he also wrote Babe.
Pig in the City, the second one. Not the first Babe.
Who wrote the first one?
The first one was written by, I think, Lewis Carroll. I think he wrote it after Alice in Wonderland.
No, I think you're confusing Lewis Carroll with Tilda Swinton.
What, the actress?
Yeah.
So Tilda Swinton wrote
she wrote Babe 1.
Babe 1. And then Babe Pig in the City was written by who?
That was written by C.S. Lewis.
C.S. Lewis, yeah.
Okay. Well, now that's all
we have that
straightened out.
Down, yeah.
So Lord of the Rings was written actually in...
Let me guess.
19...
Fuck you, let me guess. 1917.
No, it looks like it was published in 1954.
Well, I was close, right?
But I had a big problem with how the fuck did this golem creature find the ring? It's in the bottom of the swamp.
Yes, I know, but there's a movie, The Hobbit's the prequel to Lord of the Rings. And that's and that whole entire book is about how Bilbo Baggins finding the ring from Gollum.
Okay, but how the fuck did Gollum find it in the first place?
It's speedrunning it. He finds it in a lake or something. Whoa. When you watch this third Lord of the Rings, it shows how he finds it.
What was he doing? Snorkeling?
Yeah, he was snorkeling He was snorkeling. He was
snorkeling down in Swamp Doom.
He was snorkeling in the Bahamas with his girlfriend. They were doing an Instagram shoot.
I couldn't get over that. I'm like, they show a hand picking up the ring out of like the half-covered sand. I'm like, what the fuck is he doing diving in the swamp, reaching around in the sand like he has any clue where this ring is?
If you go to Instagram, do hashtag Gollum in Bahamas finds ring, you'll see like the picture of when he finds it.
Yeah, okay.
So just check that out.
And then and then I guess there's a whole movie about this, but like, yeah, they were very brief about how Gollum like fucking lost the ring.
Yeah, that's the Hobbit. Well, Bilbo
Yeah, they're
steals
like
it from
they
him.
just like show in the movies like, whoops, I dropped it, and like they like show it like drop down a cliff, and then like what? Bilbo is just like
He,
some
like, basically-
random
he basically-
dude that just finds it.
No, Bilbo is Frodo's uncle in the beginning who has the ring.
And also, I just
He's the one who
can't-
gets the ring from Gollum. The
Yeah,
story's
and-
not about Gollum and how he finds the ring. The story's about what happens with the ring.
I know, but I can't get over the name Bilbo Baggins.
I know. That's like there was the big famous porno Dildo Saggins.
It's just way like, come on.
Well, it's only because you've heard the name Bilbo Baggins probably so much just around that when you hear it used in the actual correct terms, like, you know what I mean? It's
No.
like, it seems fake. In the right context, it seems fake.
I mean, it just sounds like dildo, and
It does sound like, it rhymes with dildo.
there's no word closer to dildo than Bilbo.
Well, they named the dildo after Bilbo.
That's as close as you can get.
Yeah.
Like, does any other word even rhyme with dildo besides Bilbo?
No, but the dildo was named after Bilbo.
Why?
Because Bilbo had really big, like, sausage-like fingers.
Oh, yeah, I don't like how the hobbits are really small, too. They creep me out.
Don't you kind of want to kick one?
They really bother me. I don't like them.
I know, I knew you wanted a hobbit. What about the elves? The elves are fucking awesome. We all know I like I love a good elf look.
I'm fine with the elves, but I just don't like elves in general. Like, I just don't like fantasy stuff, and they got fucking everything in here. We got hobbits, elves,
Damn right.
crystal balls, herbs.
Give a list of all the fantasy things.
Yeah, we got fucking
It is like the most
goblins.
It's like
orcs.
the most.
Like I thought they were done, and then like, oh, there's another. Oh, there's a goblin and an orc and
a troll.
a troll. Yeah, what? I didn't even know that you could separate those all into three things. They just call them
Yeah.
monsters.
I mean, you have to understand, like, this is the fantasy,
Yeah, it's extreme. Yeah, a dwarf.
and it's wonderful. You don't like you didn't like the adventure. You don't want to go take a drink at what's the fucking horse bar called that Amy Gandalf at?
I don't know.
The Prancing Pony.
The whole movie's too long. I was losing interest. Like the length of a regular movie in, I was like, God damn. I was checking like how much longer I had to watch.
Oh, that's sad.
And I had
I feel like this might be the first time in our lives that we've disagreed on a movie so drastically.
I have a hard time caring about the characters when they fucking bug the shit out of me.
Yeah. Like, who do you hate the most and why?
Probably like the goofball hobbits. The two goofs.
They're in the movie for. Oh, you mean Scotty and Pippin? I hate them too. Like the
It's-
fucking clown boys.
Their names are Scotty and Pippin, like Scotty Pippin.
I think they are.
Really?
Wait, no, it's Mary and Pippin.
The dude's name's Mary.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. That'd be funny if it was Scotty.
I know.
Pippin.
When I said that, I was like, oh my god, is that true? You know? And I had to like think about it for a second, but it's not Scotty Pippin.
Oh.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, that is unfortunate. They should have changed it in the movie as like a little Easter egg. I would have.
It's
I
changed,
would've
changed the name of one of the main characters.
I
Just
would've
so
liked the
the
movie a little
friends
bit
are the
more.
Scotty Pippin.
I would have liked the movie more if they would have done that, but
Yeah.
they bug me, and I have a real problem with the Hobbits too because I feel they make me uncomfortable looking at them because I feel like they look like they're all like clean faced and like rosy cheeks. Like I feel like they like look like the type of like little boy that like pedophiles want to like.
They look like old little people. I don't know what you're like, or like really small Santa Claus.
They look like the type of boy a pedophile would be into.
A pedophile wouldn't like a hobbit. They look too old.
No, they look like weirdly young. It's like they
Because
took
they're
these
short?
no, because they're like they got like fucking like no like facial hair and they got like rosy cheeks. They look like altar boys.
I think they look good.
It creeps me out a little bit. I can really see a lot of like perverts probably like jerking their McGurk into these hobbits.
Dude, why would they jerk them? Why would like a pedophile jerk a McGurk to a hobbit with their like when they're like 20 in it? I mean, they're not like they don't.
I mean,
look,
are
I
they
don't think
supposed to be like younger?
I don't think
in
they
the
look
movie?
15. I think in the movie they're supposed to be around. I don't know what they're supposed to be.
Well, there's something about the way they look that gives me the creep.
Is it just because they're short? Probably.
It's short. It's the short and the fact that they like they just look like they're. I don't know. I guess it's like they look like adults, but then they have like this like smooth, like rosy complexion and like no facial hair. It's just kind of creepy. Hello, this is Shawnee Baggins again. I'm here with a local from the Shire who's going to tell us a little bit about his favorite recipe that you can make with all the easy-to-find ingredients right here in Middle-earth, right in your very own Shire, you know, right on your own farm. So, why don't you tell us, sir, what kind of,
here in the
what kind of
Shire,
recipes
we
do
got
you cook
many
for
kind
you
of
and your
plants
family?
Yeah. We got lots of plants around. We got potatoes, cilantro, and we mostly make stew.
Oh, I like a good
Stew,
potato.
a nice good stew on a winter
Oh,
night.
I love a good stew. I hate the Shire diet. That's another thing I hate about the Shire.
Oh my god, I would die for this Shire diet if I only ate breads and meats. That sounds like it rules.
And I hate that the best thing they have available to them is apples.
Well, I love apples.
I like apples too, but I don't want that to be the best thing I can eat.
If you eat a bunch of bread and meat, they are the best thing you eat because they're like sweet.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying like I would, you know, how about
What diet do you
How about some donuts?
We don't got donuts in the Shire.
I know, that's why I don't like the Shire. Maybe you like
They don't have donuts.
Donuts, maybe some pop chips.
Oh my god, I love a good pop chip.
You know, I doubt they even pop corn.
Yeah, I mean they don't have you know this century's snack food in the Shire for sure.
No, they are.
It's not like they can go to Giant Eagle. Shout out to Giant Eagle.
And they have shit. I bet their beer is shit too. Like I don't even like beer.
No, they love beer.
Oh.
Shire loves beer.
Yeah, they have ale.
You know they got that's the craftiest of all beer when you're calling it ale.
You think the Shire has their own brewery?
They for sure do. What do you think it's called? What do you think it's called?
I don't know. Probably something fucking lame like
Hairy Feet. It's probably called Hairy Feets.
Oh, that's true. They'd have some dumb name like that.
Yeah, they would.
Hairy Foot
Feet's
Brewery.
Ale. Yeah, exactly.
You know what I noticed about this movie?
What?
It sucked.
Okay, let's do ratings. Let's do the ratings. I want to hear. Let's go.
I personally, I gave it a 5 out of 10.
Oh my god, my soul.
I would not watch it again, and I would not recommend it to anybody unless they were like, unless I knew that they were like a huge nerd.
It's not. Whatever.
It's a movie for nerds.
No, it's not. It's such a good movie in general. You are in the. I think I've tainted you from all the nerd business that I conduct around you. That maybe you like just watch it and like I don't know. Is that like maybe it? People love it. Sean, people love it that aren't nerds.
I don't know. I mean, I know a lot of people really like the movie, but when I actually try to think of somebody I know that likes the movie, you're the only one I can think of.
Interesting.
But I don't talk to that many people.
Yeah.
But yeah, 5. Like I I couldn't get through it again. It's too long, and I was like, just get back to the fucking Frodo story, like.
No, all this stuff's cool.
And I don't know. Maybe if I saw the whole series, I would rate it higher, but probably I'd probably end up rating it lower because I'd be so annoyed by the time I got to the end. Like 12 hours later, I would be like,
yeah, if you don't like it, if you don't like that first one, then you're in trouble.
Yeah.
I'd give it a personal 9.5 out of 10.
What's bringing it down to 0.5 for you?
I don't know. For some reasons, I'm not giving 10s out, I think, recently.
Oh, so you're just going to bring it down,
No, I give it a 10 out of 10. I love it. I've seen it 1,000 times. I think that fantasy movies are extremely underdone in general in like Hollywood, and they're starting to become more prominent in series because of Game of Thrones, you know?
Yeah.
But I think Fellowship of the Rings is also my favorite Lord of the Rings movie, and I think it is the best fantasy movie maybe ever made. And I love fantasy. It's a great adventure. All the characters are cool. It's extremely creative. Like, you have to remember, he wrote all this shit up. Like, it's way harder to do than writing, like, any other kind of stories. Creating its own world, creating its own language, creating its own races, creating all this world that has had so much influence on all culture forever. It is the best thing ever.
I mean,
It's better. It's like Star Wars before It's more influential than Star Wars has been, or anything.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard for me. Yeah, I've seen so much.
I've seen
everything. So much like fantasy shit like that happened after this that it's like it's hard for me to give him credit for making this stuff up because it's so.
Well, he did make it up, and it's cool.
I'm so conditioned to it at this point. I'm like, I've seen this before. I feel it. It feels like to me he stole this shit, but he's the one.
But even when that came out, I was like doing fantasy things, and I was like, holy fuck, this is awesome. But I can understand where you're coming from on that. But it's like, I mean, it's the best. I love it. 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
Yes,
wow.
I convinced myself. I can just convince myself.
Okay. Well, I'm sticking with the 5. Rotten movie.
You're fucking up, man.
All right. So, are we gonna? I forget how we end that episode.
We always end it with ratings.
Oh, okay. So, okay. Thanks for listening, everybody.
Later.
The podcast you just heard was published with Anchor. Got something you want to say to the creator of this show? Send them a voice message using the Anchor app, free for iOS and Android.